What do you guys think about all the plastic surgery that ladies are getting these days? What do you think about the fillers, the Botox, the lip injections, the eyelashes, like all of the enhancements? Because I'm 43, and when I was growing up, we didn't have all that. Like, fake boobs were just a thing in the 90s, and that was like pretty much it. There was not this ubiquitous plastic surgery when I was growing up. I don't remember ever thinking about what my butt looked like till I was like in my 20s. Because it just, like, we would, in high school, we'd compliment each other on our outfits. We'd be like, oh my God, your hair's cute. How'd you get it so tall, right? Because the mall bangs in the 90s. But there wasn't this, like, hyperfixation on, like, oh, I've got to have a huge ass and a tiny waist and huge lips and all this stuff. So I'm wondering, like, how do you guys feel about kind of growing up in an era with all that?
Well, I was born in the year 2000, so I just feel like, for me, I literally grew up in the social media age, like, and I always just had to see, like, you know, you just have to be perfect and everything like that. So I feel like for me, maybe thinking about it, like, in a more, I don't know, a different way, I feel like we're all a little brainwashed, even if we don't like to admit it. But I would definitely get my lips done when I get the chance. I'm going to get a lot of things done, and maybe that means I have a little bit of mental health issues, but that's just, I don't know. I just feel like Stop it. Get some help.
Do you think it has to do with
perfection? Like, I don't know. I want to be perfect.
You guys ever see the before
pictures
of the Kardashians and the after pictures of the Kardashians?
Wait, so
what
do you want to get? You said lips. What else?
My boobs.
Fake boobs.
I want to get hip fillers.
Hip fillers. What else? BBL? Lipo?
I would definitely get Botox so I don't get lines on my forehead.
So you are intending to get this?
Oh yeah, I'm going to.
You're going to. Have you gotten anything yet, or nothing so far?
No.
Nothing so far.
But I would.
We can. Wait, actually, let's get everybody's response before we give our take on that. What about you?
Personally, at this point in time, not for me. I want to do, if I want to enhance anything about me, I want to do that naturally. I'm work out a certain way, etc. At one point I was thinking, I don't like my nose, but I was like, why? Why? So, yeah.
Good answer.
I feel like it's to each is their own. I feel like if it doesn't come from a place of like mental health issues, it's fine. I have gotten a little bit of lip filler personally. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
I think it's unhealthy and unnatural.
I think I don't know about boobs or anything like that kind of stuff, but I think I'm okay with facials and stuff like that. I feel like in the future, since I've been in the sun so much, I'll have to get some stuff taken off my face to like precancerous stuff.
But that's not like,
yeah,
you said facials. Isn't that just like skin treatment?
Yeah.
Like skin
Yeah,
care?
there's some pretty intense like treatments that you can do too.
Sure, but it's not something like inside you, right?
Yeah. Preventative care.
Does that constitute as cosmetic surgery though? I don't know. False.
I don't know.
Okay. What about you?
I think it is unnecessary, and like social media has caused a lot of insecurities and made it really normalized. But like I wouldn't judge anyone who does it, and to each their own.
Okay. What about you?
It's not for me. I think I prefer to be natural, and I think aging is like part of life, and it's like bound to happen. So, and I also think social media could be harmful for especially young, like impressionable girls to like compare themselves to people when it's really not.
All right, some good answers
here. Can I ask Rachel, one thing that I'm a little nervous about with like child rearing is like what's going to happen afterwards, and you've had 5, and I think that's the thing that women think about, like I'll get my mommy makeover. What are your thoughts on that? Like if a mom wants to feel confident again after her body just got wrecked?
I think, well, it kind of depends. Like I know some women who've had a bunch of kids and they look fantastic, and I'm like, dang. If you have, like, I had 5 and they were all over 8 pounds and they went straight out because I have like narrow hips, so they just went straight out in front. So like if there's excess skin and it's bothersome and you want to get that removed, I don't think there's any problem with that. I would consider it. I haven't done that, but I think it's okay, and I'm not 100% against plastic surgery, but I think it's gone like way
Yeah.
too far
Yeah.
with women just looking like people don't like. You have an adorable nose. Why would you ever like think
Let's
your
see
nose
the
was
side
cute?
profile here.
Oh God.
She
Wait,
has
is
such a
it?
cute nose. There's
Yeah, it looks
nothing,
fine.
nothing wrong with her nose at all.
Yeah.
And I see girls who already have like great features, but they think they have to look like how all the celebrities look the same. Like they have to have that tiny nose and these huge lips. And it's like, I am a fan of real faces. I used to draw portraits when I was growing up all the time. I like worked as an artist when I was younger. And I like people's actual faces. I like the things that make their face unique and make them look different. So I'm just not, I don't like everybody trying to look like blow up doll clones. I think that's
I agree.
gross.
I'll give my take on this. I am a natural body supremacist. I am very much against, both in a partner and, if I ever gain political power, I will actually outlaw plastic surgery. I'll outlaw cosmetic procedures, lip fillers, straight to jail, fake titties, straight to jail. BBL, that's actually you can get executed in
Oh my goodness.
I will execute you in my government if you get a BBL. Yeah, this is good. This is hardcore, okay?
I want to ask a question.
And you can't even be grandfathered in. You have to get that shit out. You got to remove that shit. You got to remove the shit.
So get the,
Or, sorry, execution.
no, yeah, period.
And then also labiaplasty, execution.
Oh, I can't
If you get one of
I
those.
can't imagine that either. That sounds
Yeah.
crazy.
Hashtag
Yeah, no
big
thanks.
labia matter.
Okay.
That's my movement.
Wait, Brian, I have a
Big labia
question
matter.
about this big labia thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear
So
it. Let's hear it.
I worked in a gynecologist office for
Yeah.
a long time, and there
Yeah.
was women that would come in with like huge labias.
Huge.
Like
Huge. Sign me up. What's up?
No, it
What
was
would
just
happen?
like they couldn't exercise because of like
Oh.
chafing and issues like that. Are you okay with labiaplasties when they're like medically? Or are you like no labiaplasty period?
I don't know if I believe it's interfering. I don't believe in it.
There was
But-
a lady that couldn't run because it was so
Really?
painful and bad. Yeah. So like
What?
Seen some crazy
I'm not saying it was common. I'm just saying I saw it, and so like I'm just curious.
She couldn't run?
It was so painful, like the chafing and the issues.
There's
that she
ways,
had.
there's workarounds.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
there's duct tape, is what you're saying.
I don't know. Maybe
Like,
stuff it. Stuff it. I don't know.
What if there's nowhere
Just
to
roll
stuff
it
Roll.
up.
I am. Look, I've heard of these incredibly dubious and rare scenarios where there
sure.
can be pain. Who knows if it's just pretext for justification for them getting what is typically purely a cosmetic
Yeah.
procedure. But if there is, yeah,
Cloud
sure,
Flying
I'm fine
donated
with it.
$200. Long-time watcher, first-time contributor. Love the show, Brian. How did the trip to the Eastern Orthodox Temple with Rachel
we
go?
weren't able to do
Great
it.
panel tonight. Nick needs a microphone. Keep killing it.
Oh, Nick on the microphone. Maybe, yeah, eventually we'll get it done eventually. Thank you, Cloud, for the street. Sorry,
I went to a lovely
Brain fart.
church here this morning, though. Highly recommend.
was it Saint Athanasius?
Yep, St. Athanasius.
Athanasius. And
Yeah.
then isn't there like a Greek
Yeah.
Orthodox one? Is that what you guys are, Greek?
We're Antiochian, and the one that I went, St. Athanasius, is Antiochian, so
Okay.
it was nice because
But they're all under the banner of Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah, they're all in communion with each other, so it
Okay.
would be the same liturgy, the same theology everywhere.
I know
you
the
go.
Greek one has it's a really nice one up in the mountains or
They
something.
tend to have beautiful,
Yeah.
fancy churches. Yeah.
Going back though to the plastic surgery stuff. So wait, your point was what if it's medically indicated? They have pain.
Well, I don't think that there's a lot of scenarios where any plastic surgery is medically indicated.
Right.
But I'm saying I saw one or two women where it was I
you
saw it.
that shit.
And I was
And
like,
you were like, damn.
You were
Dang.
in the shit.
I saw it and I was like, yeah.
You were like,
I could see
Yeah.
why this would be so interfere in so many aspects of your life.
I don't know. Look, I'm not a woman, so I don't know, how that is. But how many women, for example, or just people in general will say oh yeah, I got a rhinoplasty because I have breathing problems.
Yeah.
And they'll people do genuinely have I have a deviated septum.
Yeah.
I broke
should
my
get mine
nose
done, but-
back in high school. I was on the wrestling team. Broke my nose it was almost 20 years ago or some shit.
Right.
Never bothered to fix it, but people do genuinely have these things where plastic surgery can actually address like a medically indicated problem. But there are people who will just lie and be like, well, I've got this blah, blah, blah.
Totally.
Even to a doctor, they won't even always be honest to the doctor and say, well, I just have issues with it cosmetically. They'll say, oh, my breathing's kind of, in the case of nose jobs, for example.
Right.
In this case, they might just want to, they don't want to come off even to the doctor as like, well, I want to do it for cosmetic reasons. They'll say, well, there's also, I wonder if there's like something with insurance. If you say,
definitely. Yeah,
if you say,
definitely.
well, I experience pain while running versus I just don't like how it looks. If it has some play there with insurance, so who knows what the truth is.
Yeah.
But moving off from labiaplasty, I'm a natural body supremacist. So I'll give you my rundown quickly on this. So I would prefer a girl who has small upper lip over lip filler. I prefer a girl with small flat boobs over some fake titties. Prefer a girl with flat bum over BBL. Prefer a girl with a little belly fat over lipo belly. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know. And I actually I did a couple polls recently on my Twitter asking other men this, like, would you prefer a girl who has like what I did one for BBL.
Yeah, I saw those.
BBL, fake breasts, and I think lip filler. The lip filler one was phrased a bit differently, but the men overwhelmingly, well, at least the people who answered, overwhelmingly said that they prefer natural, even if natural means you have a small bum, small boobs, small upper lip. They always prefer it over the fake thing.
So do you feel the same way about breasts if it was like you had a woman who had just huge breasts, major back pain? Do you feel the same way about a reduction, or are you like,
yeah, that'd be fine.
They could get a reduction? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, I'm not even a boob guy, so I honestly wouldn't care. If she had some giant knockers, I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck. She's got no, she's losing it. Actually, I feel like there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about this where this guy was dating a woman, big boobs, and then she got a breast reduction, and then he lost interest. Yeah, I've heard that, like women with big,
yeah,
they get back pain. Yeah, that's fine.
So that just ties in back to medical reasons for you, really.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not a boob guy, so I wouldn't even, I don't care.
All right.
No, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even really a butt guy. I'm a labia guy. It's weird.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Sorry.
Can I add something? Did you guys know that there's some women that are lying to their doctors, like saying that they have like body dysmorphia or whatever, so that they can get like a BBL from like
on
through
insurance?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Interesting.
It was just a random fact. I don't have an opinion on it.
It's really
funny.
It's really
Wait, actually,
sad.
I do want to see here if we can potentially change your view on this, because you said that you want to get all these procedures, right? You said you wanted lips, titties, Botox. What was the other thing? Lipo, BBL.
No, I
Did
don't
you say
want
BBL?
lipo. Yeah, hip fillers.
Hip fillers. Oh, don't do that.
Walking around, these girls are walking around looking like a wisdom tooth. They're like this, and then just it's like.
Well, I'd go to a good doctor.
Listen, what's it gonna take to change your mind on this shit?
If it was like something that I could like die on the table.
Wait, Madison, you got a story on this shit.
My aunt died from getting a BBL. It was more so. My aunt died.
You got this, man.
My aunt died from getting a BBL. She just didn't wake up from the anesthesia.
Oh my god.
They can hear me.
Well, they can hear louder.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Her aunt died. Her aunt, what was the story here? So she was already married, correct? And had kids? She had 2 kids.
She had 1 toddler and 1 like newborn that was only like a couple months old.
She just gave birth and she was trying to get a BBL?
Yeah.
And she died because of the BBL. Or, the anesthesia, I'm assuming, during the procedure.
They're dangerous.
Kanye West's mom died. I think it was lipo she was
I
getting.
have a question. Do you know how the like filler works in your hips? How does that work? Because like with breasts, it's usually like in a sack, right? So it's like contained.
Yeah.
But like I have a crazy story about a guy who actually got like filler injections into his penis, and it was yeah, like he went abroad because he wanted his penis like bigger, and he just kept having all these injections done, and it was like this big, and because it's not encapsulated, it was just like lumpy, and there was no way to reverse it. Like we're talking like this big.
Huh?
That's crazy.
So, and like
Just looked like a lumpy tuna can or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Couldn't even use it.
Couldn't have an erection, like would snap. So like, I just think that, yeah, you should really reconsider. I think that you're beautiful just the way that you are.
Yeah, I was
Thank
just gonna
you.
say the same thing. I don't think she needs anything, but
Don't do that shit.
Who are you? Is there a celebrity or someone that you would like to emulate or look alike?
No, I still want to look like me. I just want to look like me with enhancements. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you do not
I love
need
her.
anything.
Thank you.
Don't do
then-
that shit.
Well, then what's driving you to? Because you look beautiful, like everyone's saying, and I think you know that you are an attractive person. Like, what's driving you to want to enhance what's already really like good?
Perfection. I want to be like.
Wait, but
Perfect
hold
in
on.
my
Let me
own
give
eyes.
you the guy's perspective. Nick, can you pull up the chat so she can see the chat on this shit? This is where the chat's going to get introduced here for a bit. So, remind me what your name is.
Anaya.
Anaya. What if I told you, because you're saying you're chasing perfection by getting all these plastic surgery things. What if I told you that there are some, honestly, I think weird men who are like into women with plastic surgery, and I typically don't tend to think that those men are good men typically,
Like, I don't
who
want to look like a
find
blow
that
up
an
doll
aesthetic.
or anything like that.
But when you say you're chasing perfection, my actual position on this is that overwhelmingly, women who get all these procedures, I'm not even saying this to gas you up or anything. I do genuinely think they look worse after the procedure. So even if you had small boobs and you get some fake titties, I don't think it looks better. Now, boobs is a little bit different, but like, look at the fake lips. I don't think lip filler ever looks better than how your lips were. And you already got, you got nice lips. What are you doing? What's she doing? Look, she
I
got
want
good
it to
lips.
be like a
Look.
perfect pout. Like,
So what's
Bro,
your
you got good lips.
what's your definition of perfect? Nobody is perfect.
You got good lips too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just like perfect for like.
Did you know that I had
best
it?
lips at the table.
Did you know that I had lip filler?
Well,
Does it
I
look
mean,
like-
it's worn off, right? Or how recently?
Yeah, it was probably like,
Do you have any pictures of you before the lip filler?
yeah.
Pull that shit up. Pull
I
that
have my
shit up.
phone.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
I will.
You probably had nice lips.
No, I do.
Before.
Like, I just did the top just to like kind of like facial balance. Anything that I
Facial
would do
balance.
would be to balance.
You don't need that shit. I got you.
Thank you.
Like, I want to do like fat transfer, not implants.
Still bad. Don't
I
do
just want
it.
to move it.
Nope. Don't do it.
It's unnatural.
Love the rolls. Love the rolls. Don't do it.
No.
I also want to say
Love the curves.
I did get
Or
my
whatever.
top teeth done as well. I forgot to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my teeth done, but I think that's a little bit because like mine, I
definitely
had
want my
braces
teeth
for
done.
5.5 years, and they had permanent staining. There was nothing I could do about it. So aside from the fact that they were slightly crooked, they just looked dirty, which bothered me because I'm like a super clean, hygienic person, and I was like, I don't like that it looks like I don't brush my teeth because I'm constantly brushing and flossing, and
I
there's
just wanted
nothing
to
you could
close
do.
my gap.
Yeah.
I had a gap. I just wanted to close it. So then I.
Some guys like the gap.
So did
I know.
they-
You know what's
did they,
crazy?
Like remove your teeth and put new teeth in?
No.
Why not just get
What's
braces?
crazy?
No.
Tell us what's crazy.
I actually did miss my gap after.
missed
I was
it?
like, oh, but then I'm like,
Damn.
nah, not really. I still feel more confident with how my teeth are
Okay.
now.
Yeah, your smile.
Wait, so question for the chat.
you.
Chat, do you guys prefer plastic surgery or no plastic surgery?
Gaps are
I've
hot.
never seen a butt look better after BBL, even if the girl had a small butt.
You can
I've
work
never
out.
seen
You
it.
can
That's
build-
true.
You
I
can
like a
build
little
a
You can
really
work
nice butt,
out.
and then your butt and your legs go together.
Right,
The
agreed.
thing about
Look at
BBL,
that.
that
No, no,
bothers
no, no.
me. It looks like you're got a big old lumpy diaper half the time.
It
You
doesn't
see
look
girls
right.
with like skinny legs
looks
with no muscle, and then
unnatural.
they got this big like
Yeah.
weird looking.
It doesn't look right.
No, it gives you what it is.
Uncanny
Is
valley?
yes,
Is that it?
uncanny valley
Uncanny
thing
valley.
where you just know something's off. And I think for a lot of men, it like sets off something in the back of their head where they're like, "Don't mate with that. Something's wrong. Something's wrong."
Well, I do think that plastic surgery can absolutely be proxy for mental illness.
Yeah.
Because if you're so dissatisfied with your physical appearance that you're going to, one, spend thousands of dollars, but also in terms of the risk assessment, go under anesthesia. And anytime you go under anesthesia, there is a risk of, you could get permanent brain damage. They give you too much, you can even die. Just like with Madison's aunt or whatever. She wanted a BBL, I don't know. She wanted a BBL, already married and had kids. You already won.
Yeah.
Anyways, she died. She died.
I mean, it can have an effect like an addiction. Some people legit do.
That is true. Like when you start getting tattoos and then you just can't stop.
Yeah.
But it's, in addition to being proxy for mental illness, it's also just a proxy for vanity. Like that's, me personally, I prefer much more modest women. So, yeah.
I know it's a little far of a reach, but like, okay, you get haircuts, right? That's a cosmetic thing that you like?
Well, I would differentiate here between like grooming. So I'd put like haircuts, or like, for example, when I say natural body supremacist, oh, well, you'd want a woman with armpit hair and like leg hair. No, grooming, I think, doesn't, like, you can groom, you know. I'm fine with, grooming's cool. I'm fine with grooming.